Attempt number 3 to film a fucking little video blog. I'm in the bathroom at the hotel that we're at in Wyoming. My family and I are on vacation right now. I've irritated my wife, and now she's irritated the fuck out of me, so I'm in the bathroom shooting this video so I can actually get it done. Sorry, Allison, didn't mean to embarrass you in the previous attempt. Please forgive me. Won't happen again. On our trip today, driving 12 hours, which, by the way, will give you a sore ass if you don't get out and stretch from time to time. Lesson learned. On our way here to Rollins, Wyoming today, our pretty much halfway point, a little past halfway, to our destination. My wife and I were having a conversation in the car. We had plenty of conversations. Got to listen to some kick-ass music, Meshuggah, In Flames, Blink-182, Ellie Goulding, Macklemore. Sorry, I'm holding my camera. That's how I'm shooting this video, right? You got no music today in the background because I'm in the shitter in the hotel room. Only way I can get this done because I didn't want to be out there annoying anyone else. Life is good, folks. Life is good. I'm telling you. Anyways, my wife and I got into one of the many conversations we had was about gay marriage. Many of you know, or should know, that I am a spiritual person. I very much consider myself a Christian, not a good Christian, but I don't think there are good Christians. I really don't. We all fail, we all stumble, we all fall, we all fuck up numerous times on a daily basis. Everyone. Those who believe in God, those who don't. No one is exempt. God damn, my nose looks huge in this. Anyways, sorry, sidetracked. No one goes a day without screwing up somehow, some way. Right? That's my philosophy. So I really don't think that there is such a thing as a good Christian. I have faith. Let me put it that way. I believe that there is a creator. I look outside. Excuse me. I look outside as I'm driving. I see the mountains. I see a forest. I see a fucking farm with cows and a cornfield. And I go, this can't be an accident, man. There couldn't have been some cosmic boom. Some big explosion in space that caused everything. I can't believe that. I can't believe that the inner workings of a human being just kind of evolved. Sorry, that's me. I don't force my beliefs on anyone because, you know what? Everyone needs to come to their own conclusions about what this life is, if whatever they want to believe. I'll share my opinions, as I'm doing now, and I'll respect everyone else for their opinion, as I always have. If you think we transformed from an amoeba into a human being over time, awesome, great for you. I don't. I think there's a creator. I respect your opinions. I hope you respect mine. Anyways, so one of these conversations that we had, the whole point of saying that is just to let you know that there are going to be some Christians that aren't happy about this video. And I'd apologize, but I don't care. I really don't care what anyone thinks about my opinions. I don't. All I can do with this life is love people, love my family, and try my best to serve God. And even that, I fail on a daily basis. Man, this past week I've been the shittiest example of a child, of a son of God, of someone who follows the teachings of the Bible. I've done a horrible job of being a great example of a godly man to my son with how I treated another guy through my words on a social media website. I'm sorry for how everything played out. I'm not sorry he's not in my life anymore, because personally I don't need him in my life, and he sure as hell does not need me in his. So we all good in that department. He's good without me in his life. I'm great without him in mine. Shouldn't have gone down the way it did, and I apologize for that, but that's about it. Glad he's gone. But I'm really working hard at trying to forgive him, and I'm really working hard at trying to love him. Anyways, even in the midst. Alright, so that saying that I'm trying, man. I'm a sucky Christian, but it's not about the label that's on me. It's about my attempt to follow those teachings, right? And in those teachings, in this book that I have my faith in, that my faith is based on, one of the things is people think that this book is a list of do's and don'ts, and I don't consider it that at all. To me, it's a book of freedom, man. It's a instructional way to live my life. And the biggest thing that this book tells me to do, it's not about what it tells me not to do. It's about what it tells me to do. And just now, with my wife, I did a shitty example of this because she upset me, and I stormed out of our hotel room because she got irritated at something. And did I show her love and understanding? Not even a second. I just walked out so I could shoot some stupid fucking video blog. How smart am I? I'll go apologize after this. Sure. Hopefully she'll forgive me. We'll see. Anyways, this book tells me two really big things that I'm supposed to do. Everything else falls beneath those two things. Love my God, love others. Plain and simple. It's not a list of do's and don'ts. There's stuff in there that it says this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is wrong. But it tells me to do two things. To love God and love others. That's what I'm commanded to do. That having been said, in the Old Testament, everyone knows the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, right? Yes. If you don't, pick up a Bible, read it. Okay? The Bible tells me that homosexuality is a sin. It is wrong. Okay? And I put my faith in this book. So, what does that mean? Well, let me just say that the Bible also tells me that thinking an immoral thought about somebody is as good as committing adultery. It tells me stealing is wrong. It tells me that speaking that's not edifying to other people, that's wrong. Putting anything before God, that's wrong. There's a lot of stuff that the Bible says is a sin. And if I put my faith in this book, if I put my trust in the teachings of this book, I have to believe what it tells me. Here's where it gets tricky. Here's the plot twist, if you will. Sorry, I have to apologize real quick. I'm shooting this and holding my camera. Instead of usually I have it in a stationary fixed position, tonight I have to hold it. So, and you're getting a great shot of the hotel toilet. There it is. Yes, I'm in the bathroom. I don't lie. All right, so the Bible says that all this stuff is a sin, right? But here's the plot twist. I try to follow the teachings of the Bible, and yes, I do a shitty job sometimes. In fact, like I've mentioned, the examples that I've already spoken about. I have a lot of friends in my lifetime that I've come in contact with that are gay. I've got several gay couples on my route. There's a guy in college that I was the first person, and I went to a Christian college. I was the first person that he came out to at that school. He had had a girlfriend for a couple of years, but he came out to me that he was gay. For the first person. Didn't judge him at all. It's not me, man. All my customers that are gay, some of the nicest people in the world, wouldn't hurt a fly. And I'm supposed to hate on them because what they're doing is a sin? Let me tell you something. I've got enough sin in my own life. It's not my job to look at someone else's doings and who they prefer to be with. Not my job. It's not a job. It's my job to love them. I put my faith in the Bible. I put my trust in its teachings. If they don't, am I supposed to force mine on them? It's not. No. I'm supposed to love them. I'm not supposed to go, you need to believe what I believe. Stop putting your dick in that guy's mouth. It's not my job, man. It's my job to love them instead. That's what I'm called to do. And so I do. I don't judge them. I love them. I want them to be happy. My morality isn't someone else's morality. And it shouldn't be yours either. Put your frickin' signs down. Love them instead. If a dude wants to marry another dude, why would I waste my time picketing some marriage, some funeral, Westboro Baptist fucks? Why would I do that? Why wouldn't I love them instead? If I had a friend who was gay and he wanted to get married to another guy, because that's what gay people do, they marry the same sex, and they asked me to be their best man, I probably would do it because I'm going to support my friend. The Bible tells me it's wrong. But dude, I struggle with fucking pornography. It tells me it doesn't say that pornography is wrong, but some of the things that come out of you're lusting after another person tells me that's wrong. So hence and therefore 2 + 2 = pornography is bad. Okay? I struggle with that. Here it is for the world to hear. I struggle with that. So who am I, who has my own things that I struggle with, to go to someone else and say, hey, what you're doing is wrong? Yeah, I'm going to fucking support them. Plain and simple. I'm not going to judge. I want my friends to be happy. And do I believe that they would be happy with believing that there's a God and knowing peace and knowing love? Yeah, I do. And if they want to have that conversation, we'll have that conversation. I will gladly. All right? First of all, I need to be a better example. Maybe then they would believe in God if I actually showed other people who have done me wrong, slept with my ex-wife when she was still my wife. Maybe if I showed love, then people would say, hey, we can trust this guy. He knows what he's talking about and we can see a difference in him. So that's my bad. I'll work on that. I really will. And you can trust me when I say that. I will work on that. I love my friends. I love the people on my route who are gay. I don't have a problem. I've got enough problems of my own. I don't need to be looking at other people and trying to find faults with them. I don't need to be finding a fault with you. Whoever's watching this, all 2 of you. I don't need to, it's not my job to find fault with you. It's my job to dig deep into who I am and fix my problems and my issues. That's my job. A friend of mine, my band was playing in South Lake Tahoe this last Friday night. And a friend of mine who I love dearly, her and I got in this discussion about gay marriage. I had asked her, she used to hold the same kind of opinions that I do, and she's kind of changed her opinion right now. And I love her and respect her just the same, because she has conviction. And I stand behind anyone who has conviction, as long as it's not hurting anyone. Someone who's convicted that the babies must die. Okay, to me that's a wrong conviction, but if you're not hurting anyone, but you've got conviction, even if I don't agree with it, more power to you. I respect you. Her and I were having this conversation, and in this conversation we were talking about how there's so many things for Christians, people who put their faith in God, to fight for and to get behind. And it's picketing a funeral. Wrong answer. Picketing an abortion clinic. Wrong answer. Picketing a gay marriage. Wrong answer. Stop it. Just stop it. My friend, she was mentioning that, hey, we're at a club. People drink here. They get drunk. Where are all the Christians picketing this club? And I'm like, you know what? That's a good point. Because those aren't really Christians. A true Christian wouldn't be picketing something and showing hate. A true Christian would be, hey, buddy, I love you. I value your life. And you look like you're a little loaded right now. I'd like you to see tomorrow morning. So where do you live? Let me give you a ride home, man. You don't need to say a thing about Jesus. You need to just live like him. And yes, I'm pointing the finger at me. We need to stop talking about God. We need to start living like him. Jeremy. Need to stop talking about him. We need to start living like him. Plain and simple. Stop picketing shit. It doesn't do no good. Instead of going to an abortion clinic with a sign saying, you're a murderer, why don't you give that 14-year-old girl who got knocked up, who had an abortion coming out of that clinic, give her a hug. Show her love instead. Say, you know what, we understand you had a difficult decision to make and you did what was best for you. I don't agree with your decision, but you know what, I love you anyways. Because I'm sure there's stuff in my life you wouldn't agree with either. But hopefully we can love each other. That's what we're called to do. This life isn't about the stuff you have. It's not about the stuff you can acquire. It's not about your job. It's not about how many beers you drink on the weekend. It's about relationship. It's about me going out there and fixing my bad attitude with my wife. It's about me going out there and apologizing to her and letting her know, I love you, I was a stupid fucktard. Would you please forgive me? It's about relationship, man. That's it. Even 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, I lost track of that. For just a second. I'm fucking growing up. It's crazy. Learning. Christians, stop picketing shit, man. It doesn't do no good. Start loving people, whether you agree with them or not. You're not called to agree with them. You're called to love them. Stop judging people. If Jane and Jill want to get married, show them love, man. If you don't agree with it, show them love. Me, I want my friends to be happy, whether I believe something's a sin or not. Why don't I deal with my own sin rather than looking at somebody else's? Maybe they don't believe in the same God that I do. Maybe they believe in a boot. Maybe that's their God, is a boot. A galosh. Maybe that's their God. Maybe that's what they worship. Do they force their religion of the boot on me? Do they shove their boot morality down my throat. It's not my job. It's not your job. It's not anyone's job to force your morality on someone else. It's your job to love. That's it. The greatest of these is love, man. Peace, love. For reals. It ain't a joke. It ain't a joke. That's it. Love. Whether you believe in God or not, man, this life is about relationship. That's it. We've got one life. That's it. I did want to bring up one more thing, man. I've been listening a lot to Mike Herrera podcasts. Mike Herrera, if you guys don't know, he's the lead singer, bass player for a punk band called MXPX. Back in the day, they used to align themselves with Christian beliefs. As I'm finding out through this podcast, Mike Herrera is at a place where he really doesn't know anymore exactly what he believes. He's searching, and he's looking for answers, and you gotta commend him for that, man. You know, if someone who's a Christian just flat out turns around, you know, they've been a Christian all their life and says, "There's no God. I didn't get what I wanted," you know. There's some Christians, some dudes who played Christian music back in the day and came off tour and were broke, busted their ass preaching the gospel of God, and came back from tour $50,000 in debt. There's no God. He called us to do this, and we lost all this money. Now we're in debt, and no. There is no God. For reals. Those people, I don't have an ounce of anything for. You know, I'll love them because I'm called to, but you don't have my respect, man. If you're called to do something, follow it through. No matter what. Mike Herrera, at some point in his career, felt called in his own life to write lyrics that portrayed a Christian message. At this point in his career, it's not about that. He doesn't know. And I respect that. I respect that he's searching. One of the things that he said in his recent podcast really kind of hit me pretty hard, and kind of gave me a whole paradigm shift in my thinking. He had said that Christians always say, "Well, I know where I'm going when I die," but no one knows. He said that until it happens, you don't know, man. We got one life that we know of. Live it. Be happy. Make other people happy. Be nice. Love on people. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome. I've always said, I know where I'm going when I die. Well, at least I know where I'm going when I die. I don't know. I don't know what happens when we die. I believe in God. His word tells me. His word, that book that was written by men, but inspired by God. Okay? That I put my faith in. I believe this. You don't have to. I do. I choose to. But that book says that there is something better. It tells me, and you, if you read it, it tells us about a place after death. A paradise. I believe it. I don't know, but I believe. It's faith. And what Mike said really hit me. It's like, we don't know what happens when we die. If we go to heaven, if we just, decompose, if we come back as a squirrel, scurrying about, zigging and zagging for some nuts, we don't know until we know. Until we shuffle the mortal coil, as Kevin Smith always says. We don't know, but I believe. Big difference. Thank you, Mike Herrera, for changing my perspective on that. I really appreciate that. I have so much respect for him. Questioning. me, even as a Christian, I love science. I love that you can prove things, and I find it fascinating when you take something, you theorize it, you come up with a hypothesis, and you then prove it. I love it. But there's things you can't explain. There's things that it's like, what happened? How did this happen? I don't understand. It can't be proven. I have faith. I believe. I'm not making you. I'm not asking you to, but I do. So, much respect to Mike Herrera for having the courage to come out on his own podcast and say, you know what, I used to believe this, now I don't know. But he's still searching, he's still seeking. And in the meantime, he's trying to live the best life he can for his family, for his daughter, and for his friends. You gotta respect that. Anyways, that's my philosophy on life. It's about relationship. It's about loving others. It's about not judging. It's about, I realize that I am judging. Stop it. Just love, man. Love others. Stop judging. If dude A and dude B want to make out, get married, and adopt babies, what's it to you? Does it hurt you? Because God tells you it's a sin? Does it hurt you to love them? No, it doesn't hurt you to love them. Does it hurt them for you to hate on them? Yeah. Does it turn them away from ever believing that there might be a creator? Yeah, probably. You judging someone for something that they do that you don't agree with, that doesn't fit your fucking moral code, turns them away from everything that you hold dear. Stop it. You too, Jeremy. I'm looking at myself in this video. You too, Jeremy. Stop it. Stop judging. Stop looking down at people. Love them, man. It's all about love. That's all this life is. Relationship. We got one chance at it that we know of. Just fucking love people. I have to go make up with my wife. I don't have to. I want to. I did her wrong. I need to go make things better. We have a vacation that we want to enjoy. And Daddy made a mistake. So I hope everyone has a good night, good week, whatever, whenever you watch this. Stop bashing on gay people. Love them instead. Stop getting your panties in a bunch because two women want to marry each other. Whatever. Doesn't hurt you. Doesn't hurt your beliefs. Alright? Bigger fish to fry, like your own sin in your own life. They don't even consider that a sin. Your morality is not their morality. Get your fucking nose out of their morality and love them. And then maybe they'll see a change in perception of whether there's a God or not. Their own perception. Stop getting in the way between someone else and God by your judgment. Love people, man. With that, peace out. Shit, that was the wrong thing to say. With that, love, respect, boobs.